Hey guys, today I want to talk to you a little bit about paper mache, and I know some of us might have used it before, but I want to make sure everyone's back on the same page before we start this project. So, we are making food sculptures, and I've said that today we're going to start out by using different recycled materials to build an armature. That's like a skeleton for our sculpture. Then, once you have your armature built, you can use paper and paper mache in order to build that skin around your armature. So, paper mache, it started in the 2nd century AD, and it's because paper was invented then in China. People use paper for all sorts of things, but at that time it was a very rare and valuable resource. People began to use paper mache because they wanted to reuse that material. Since then, it's been used to make things like furniture, tables, chairs, bookends, bookcases, bed frames, and of course sculpture. So I've cut my plastic bottle down to be like a cup shape, which then you could be able to put ice cream if I wanted to make like an ice cream cone or something like that, or ice cream sundae. And I'm going to use these newspaper strips to wrap around, but you guys will have to tear your own newspaper strips. So I like to just tear a lot of a time. They can be about 1 inch wide or so. And then I've got tons of newspaper strips to use. So once I have my newspaper strips, I'm going to dip it in the paper mache liquid. This is just a paste. It's kind of like glue. It's just clear. So I soak the whole thing in the paste. Then I want to wrap it around my sculpture, my structure. And the key is with plastic doesn't actually stick too much because it's not porous. It doesn't have anything to hold it on. It's just a really clean and slick surface. So I want to make sure I'm overlapping my paper so that it will stick to itself around that water bottle. So again, I'm dipping it. I like to get some of this excess off. Otherwise it just creates a big mess. And then again, I'm going to wrap it around. To make something stronger in paper mache, of course, you're going to use a lot of layers. So we'll probably be doing this for a couple weeks just so you have enough layers. But right now I'm just trying to get the first layer on there. And again, just try to do this over the bucket so we don't have to make an extra mess for cleanup later. So continue to wrap, and you can do the same method on cardboard or balloons or anything that you choose to be your structure. It'll actually stick easier to cardboard and paper than it will to this plastic. Now I've almost got it completely wrapped. I'm not worried about wrapping the inside because later on I might want to put something on top of this cup or inside this cup to be my food. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just worried about the outside because that's what I want to go back in and paint later. I think I just need one more piece of paper. For this layer. And if you have time, go back and add more layers to it. But as you can see, I have paper mache'd this cup. Then I'll sit it down and I'll let it dry for later.